Hey everyone, happy Friday. I was just listening to that video that I posted last week and queuing in on the point I made on talking about my journey so far with my first 100 copies. So, without further ado, here it is. And before I get started, I'll actually back up and I'd like to give you a statistic that I found on the internet the other day that the average author only really sells between 50 to 200 copies of their book over the course of their lifetime. And believe me when I say I absolutely believe that statistic because it is brutal out there marketing your book. And honestly, even outside of being an author, I believe it's pretty just difficult out there just to market anything unless you're in really, really select industries, right? So let me share with you my journey toward that first 100 copies. Right now, I sit at 80 copies of my first series. I'm sorry, my first book sold. It will be a series. And I'm quite proud of that number, right? If we look at that statistic of 50 to 200 copies over the course of someone's lifetime, having been only 2 years into publishing it and having sold 80 copies, hey, I'm quite proud of that. But let me tell you about the first year of having that novel released and where I'm at now. So, the first or the first month or two that I released that novel gave me a false indicator as to how I might be doing in the future. And I sold about 30 or so copies in my first 2 months of sales. And quite honestly, guys, I thought, I'm like, hey, here it is. I've made it. I'm making a couple extra $100 a month. Finally, let's just rinse and repeat this and keep pumping out the books because this is never going to end. And holy shit, was I wrong. I mean, I was very wrong. The first 30 copies were really just to friends and family supporting me, right? And a huge thank you to those people. It's super appreciated that I got that recognition because that gave me the initial reviews that I needed to at least get on the map, right? But after that, things changed. Everything really, really, really slowed down. And so the first area I had turned to, and this was my plan initially, thinking that I had it all figured out, was social media things such as Facebook and TikTok and making short videos for that. And what I found is that it is not as simple as it looks, like anything, right? Uh, and it really wasn't for me. I don't think I'd like to describe myself as a bit of an old soul. Sometimes I feel like I was really born in the wrong time, and I was just getting burnt out of making videos and content that really didn't mean anything to me, and quite honestly, really didn't mean anything to anybody else because it really didn't get any traction, right? And so I put the kibosh on that, and then I turned toward using advertisements on areas such as Reddit and Amazon. And let me tell you guys, I spent thousands of dollars for maybe getting 5 or 6 book sales on those sites. And so if I'm you, and even if I'm not in your line of work as a fellow, you know, person, I would not suggest going off of Amazon or Reddit ads. The amount of money that you have to put toward them, it's just simply not worth your time. Don't do it. So I had to get clever and I had to think about different things that would sell my book because the well had gone dry. I had burned through my friends and family who were willing to purchase the book. Again, thank you. It gave me the good basis for my reviews to be able to sell to other people. And so this is what I did. I scrapped that whole thing and I thought about what might be a little bit more easy for myself to maintain, not what, the internet says to do, which is to, spend all your time on social media or whatever kids say nowadays, right? So I created a Facebook advertisement for my book and reached out to local people, met with them, shook their hands, signed their copy, signed it for their friends too if they needed to buy a couple of other ones. And I also started signing up for book signings. And so That was the remainder of my 50 copies that I had sold. Well, maybe 45 copies or so. I'll give 5 copies to the advertisements, and that's being generous. And so, with that, I'll leave you on a concluding message. And maybe this has been helpful. Maybe it hasn't. Hopefully, you'll take something away from an average Joe just pursuing his dreams. Find something. My advice for you is this: find something. If you're going to advertise a product like a book or like something else, find something that's sustainable for yourself. And I would stay away from, all the advertisements from Amazon and Reddit. They just don't work, guys. Best of luck to you. Hope this journey's been insightful. Hope it leads you to the right direction, and wish me luck on my last 20 copies of my novel. Happy Friday, everybody.